Hello and welcome to SmallCap Spotlight. I'm Rumela Banerjee, and today we will catch up with Hemant Sharma, Chairman and Managing Director, and Ashish Saxena, Full-Time Director at NACDAC Infrastructure Limited. Established in 2012, NACDAC Infra is a construction company that's going to make its Dalal Street debut soon. Let's know more about this from Hemant and Ashish. Many thanks for joining us. Hemant, tell us a bit about NACDAC Infra. You're a relatively young company in the infra space.
Yeah, to tell you about the company, the company was registered back in 2012 while we were in the final year of engineering. Me and Ashish both, we are childhood friends and we did schooling together, engineering together. But the actual work in the company that started in 2017. So from past 7 years, we are continuously working for the growth of the company, and we work like we do work for governments also and private clients also, and majorly we build buildings with the steel structures, MEPs, firefighting works, plumbing, electricity. These are the major portions of our company that we do right now. So right now we have say around 90 crores of order book in hand. Major part of this order book is from the government only. This is the little brief about the company.
Okay, Ashish, what prompted you to enter an industry that's admittedly a tough one?
As me and Hemant both are from the civil engineering background, and after our graduation, like we have done BTech from APJ Abdul Kalam University. So after that, we have done a lot of groundwork, especially me, in various companies like Caltech Infrastructure Limited and Manisha Projects, which build my core interest into these development works. So this is how we chose to do the construction work, construction activities into these for governments and for private clients. Basically, being a tough competition in this line is a very interesting part also, so that we can show anyone that yes, this project is done by us, and be like this project was completed by us, by our company, from our hands. So this was our my interest personally to enter this construction business.
Okay, going back to you now, Hemant. Your key focus is on construction of multi-story buildings. How does it work, and do developers subcontract projects to you?
No, for now, we are taking projects directly from the clients, private clients, or the public or the government clients. Right now, we are not working under any subcontract with any bigger company for the building projects. But we do some of the subcontract projects, like smaller ones for the like renovation and upgradation, like office buildings, this type of small projects. But for the bigger projects, we do take procure tenders directly from the government or the big client.
All right, Ashish, what is the biggest challenge you encounter either in day-to-day operations or during bidding, etc.?
During bidding, the cost is the main factor, which is a competition nowadays to bid the lowest price to get a work allotted for our company. So for that, plenty of research like includes the site visits, then the market rates, labor availability, and the engagement of the TNPs to the different type of TNPs to different type of projects. So these are the basic challenges we are facing, but we, as per our expertise, we just overcome all these challenges and tries to deliver and execute the project very smoothly.
Hemant, you're primarily in the northern parts of India. With a concentration in the hilly Uttarakhand region, given the tough landscape, is the cost of infra setup more expensive?
Yeah, it's a bit on the higher side in the hilly regions, but to counter that, the rates government provides us to work is also on the higher side. It takes the valuation of the say hill regions or the terrain. So the rates that is offered by the government is on the higher side also. So it is not a much problem to work on the hilly areas.
Government also applies a cost index for the hilly or terrain area on the available current market rates. So to encounter the issues of like higher rates, so they also include a cost index on every tender, like 5 to 7, 8% depends upon the terrain from where the work is being located.
All right, Ashish, any plans to expand beyond Uttarakhand, UP, and Delhi?
Yes, definitely. We are planning to expand our business in the region of Haryana, Rajasthan, MP, Jammu and Kashmir. Currently, I'm working on a project for Anantnag. Matlab, like the project is under evaluation. If it suits me, then definitely I'm gonna bid that tender.
Now, Hemant, the cost of materials, fuel, etc., has only been rising. Do you have a clause, especially in long-term contracts, that protects your margins from compressing too much?
Yeah, well, it depends on department to department. Like if we are working for the Indian Railways, they do provide us with the PVC clause, price variation clause. But some of the departments like Uttarakhand, these tenders are for the fixed cost. So we have to take the inflation and rising everything while we do bid the project or we are doing the costing of the project. So it depends on the department order for which we are bidding a tender. We do costing in that way only.
We do have like for the particular contracts where the price variation clause is not applicable. So we do have for the major construction material like steel, cement, or for the basic rate. Like for those particular items, we have been given basic rates that the estimate for this work has been considered as at X rate. So in case the rate of the market goes above X, then the difference of the items will be paid to us in our upcoming bills.
Ashish, infrastructure is capital intensive and has long implementation periods. How do you meet your financing requirements?
The financing requirements, first of all, many of the government departments have started giving the mobilization advances to mobilize the sites, which gets deducted from the running bills later on after the execution of the project or during the execution of the project. So it helps us. Except than that, we also go for like short-term borrowings from banks in the case of in the type of business loan or unsecured loans. So this is how we meet our financial requirements for a particular project to be completed.
Hemant, you've mentioned the purpose of your IPO is to fund working capital requirements, which so far you've been doing via external financing. Any reason for the change in source of funds?
Yes, we need to increase our project profits. So in order to increase our profits, we need to decrease our interest costs. So IPO is the best solution or best way out of our platform through which we can reduce our debt and increase our equity. So equities are best for the company to grow rather than debt. So we want to grow in a very positive way with equity finance with our stakeholders. We just don't want to be stuck to the debt. We need to reduce our debt to for the growth of the company.
All right, Ashish, the government has a massive 100 trillion infra plan for the next 5 years. Do you see yourself well positioned to capitalize on this?
Yes, obviously. Currently, I'm working with Indian Railways over Amrit Bharat Station Scheme, which is a main project of Narendra Modi ji currently. All over India, the redevelopment of each and every small and big stations are being encountered for the redevelopment phase. And out of those, I have two stations currently on which I am working in Uttarakhand, especially Roorkee and Dehradun. And in fact, else than that, I'm still looking over the more projects for Amrit Bharat only. For like I've told you, the plan is to expand. So we are looking in Bulandshahr, Uttar Pradesh, along with the Dehradun, along itself a second project of Amrit Bharat, which we are looking to bid for. So there are plenty of projects, and we are especially after the IPO proceeds, we'll definitely start a new vertical of road infrastructure because nowadays, as we all know, that roads network is growing very rapidly and very speedily and along across the whole country. So we'll definitely bid some road works also. So definitely we'll utilize this budget allocated for next 5 years. We'll try to maximize the things and maximize bidding processes so that we can bid more projects and bag more number of contracts into our company.
Hemant, what are your capabilities in terms of size of the projects that you are able to undertake? To what extent do you tend to look for reliable joint venture partners and on joint bids?
If we talk about the current situation, we can easily bid for a tender, say, to the tune of 60 crores. like our technical and financial viability of our company allows us to build tender for 60 crores. And if we go with the joint venture, we can easily bid for 120, 130 crores. And in some of the departments, it can go till 150 crores also using the joint venture schemes. But for now, we are not looking for any joint ventures currently. For this financial year, we have bid some of the tenders are under process, some are under evaluation. So from next year, we will definitely look for some joint ventures to bid a tender for say 200 crores or plus.
Any interesting projects that you've executed that you can share?
Yes, I have done a 250 capacity of auditorium for Bharat Electronics Limited. That was interesting projects as well. A lot of experience I gathered over there because there are n number of items which was being executed in that project, like acoustical wall paneling, acoustical false ceiling, which is a especially a specialized job. And along with that, we are doing multi-story projects in Uttarakhand as well. And like a pre-engineered building is being under the process at Roorkee railway station. We are constructing that. So basically, as I told earlier, this construction business is very interesting, and we came across day to day different type of projects. Each and every project is interesting and is of my interest. So the best answer to this is this only.
All right, Hemant, how has your order book evolved in the last 7 years and where does it stand now?
In last 7 years, our order book has evolved very robustly. To start with, right now we have an order book of say around 90 CR approximately, and some 30 to 35 CR of contracts. In addition to it, this is under technical evaluation with the government, and we are in talks with some of the our previous clients like L&T, India TV. Some of the private works are also under consideration. So we will easily achieve 100 crore plus order book within couple of months only. And for last 7 years, we have completed say roughly around 60 projects for different clients, and we have repeated clients also, for whom we are working from last 3 to 4 years regularly. So for now, to say that we have a order book in hand of 90 crores as of now, we are talking.
Ashish, could you tell us about the key people helping you execute the vision within the management team? What role do they play in helping you achieve the company's goals?
Actually, to answer this, the complete organization, each and every person from top to bottom is helping us to grow day by day. So every project has all the managers on the sites to deal with the day-to-day operations. Along with that, our managing director, Mr. Hemant Sharma, has a good experience for finance. He's looking about the finance and legal aspects in every field for our company. Along with myself, I'm looking over all the projects, operations, procurement, tendering, everything, like which project suits us to bid, along with Mrs. Uma Sharma ji, who's also help us for the decision making in our projects, along with our company secretaries and CFOs. Everyone plays a vital role for the growth of the company, and we always look good support from everyone to grow us day by day.
All right, Hemant, FY24 in particular, you've seen a massive jump in revenues accompanied with margin expansion. What's contributed to this and will this sustain?
Yeah, of course, it will sustain to the say corrections of say 5 to 10%. But majorly it will sustain. And the reason for the growth is we procured some very good tenders in the last financial year. To start with, we procured one contract from Uttarakhand government to build a work, what we say it, a bus terminal and workshop building in Ramnagar, Jim Corbett area. That was the tender of around 25 CR. And in addition to this, we procured a couple of tenders from the L&T company at the Delhi airport. They were some of between 2 to 10 crores. So these two contracts helped us very much to increase our revenues and the profit margins also. And this will sustain. Of course, this will sustain.
Okay, the last question is for you, Ashish. What's your vision for the company in the next 5 years?
For the next 5 years, we are planning to add new verticals to our company. Like we are currently doing multiple building projects along with some interior fit out and renovation works. So, in addition to this, we'll definitely open a vertical of road infra. Along with, I'm also planning for some pre-engineered buildings also. Like as I have told you, I've been working for Roorkee Railway Station, a pre-engineered building. With the experience of that, we'll definitely move into pre-engineered building, which will lead us to Central Warehousing Corporation, where a number of pre-engineered warehouses are being required and is being required on a higher basis nowadays. So for the next 5 years, we'll try to open as many as verticals we can, along with our specialization in building works, and we'll try to bag new projects as in we get to know about the tenders. So this is our vision to take our company from this level to a higher and higher only, not going back in any circumstances.
All right, that's all for now. It was a very insightful conversation. Thank you for speaking to us and thank you for watching. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned to Small Cap Spotlight.